Well, hey there, Mouseketeers! Today at the Disneyland Beat, we run down 10 attractions that you can only find at Disneyland. Stay tuned to check out the rides and shows that you can only experience at Walt Disney's original House of Mouse. Welcome to the Disneyland Beat, Mouseketeers, where our toes tap to a Disneyland drum and we always whistle while we work. If you enjoy this video, please like and subscribe and ring the bell to keep up on each and every Disney beat. For this video, we are looking at the rides and attractions you can only experience at Disneyland USA. Disneyland is unique amongst the Disney parks for being the original. Thankfully, several of those original attractions remain, and many have not been copied in the other parks. As this is only Disneyland rides, the rules are no copies or light reskins of the same ride system. Also, no character meetings or food experiences are considered. For the attraction to qualify, there has to be a significant difference from what you could experience from the other Disney park attractions. With that in mind, let's get started, going from the oldest to the newest. Number 1. The Storybook Boat's Canal Ride. On July 17, 1955, the Storybook Canal Boat started touring through fairy tale towns to the delight of many guests. Walt Disney loved miniatures, and this fine display of craftsmanship and botany deserves a close look. The ride remains popular to this day, retaining its live tour operator, and it oozes charm. It is also one of the best places in the park to get caught during the fireworks. The boats stop and wait out the show as the fireworks sizzle all around you. This ride has inspired several boat rides in Disney parks, but nothing gets even close to the simplicity and charm of this ride. Number 2. Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. While the version we experience today is a result of the 1983 New Fantasyland rebuild, Mr. Toad's Wild Ride has had the same design since the opening day of the park. With the closing of Walt Disney World's version, this is the only Disney park in which you can jaunt off merrily to nowhere in particular at all. Mr. Toad's Wild Ride has a simple ride system, a track and car layout that can be found in almost every beach amusement park on the East Coast. But what they did with it, and the theming, is truly special. The music, the visual artistry, the timing, the painting, the characters, the sight gags all go to make this a classic Disney experience. Number 3. The Casey Jr. Circus Train. The train had a few issues and was delayed several days, but luckily opened July 31st, 1955. This small railroad started pulling excited youngsters around the tracks above Storybook Land, giving a different perspective on the miniature Fantasyland below. The cars are historic, with the benches coming from the original carousel, and every kid loves the soundtrack and climbing the big hill. I think I can, I think I can. And we think you should try this one at night, as the lighting and ambiance is quite romantic. While Disneyland Paris has a roller coaster version of Casey, this ride is quite unique and a very different experience. Number 4. Alice in Wonderland. In June of 1958, Walt opened a new dark ride at the park with a fun ceremony. It was just around the corner from the main Fantasyland Square. This magical ride has not changed that much over the years, and is still a popular and great ride. It has seen upgrades and enhancements that keep it relevant. We here at the Disneyland Beat think it is one of the best examples of successfully incorporating projection and screen work into a ride, as it blends practical and projected effects brilliantly. This ride was never copied at other parks. Number 5. The Sailing Ship Columbia. Walt Disney himself placed a coin under each of the masts of the Sailing Ship Columbia, which opened the same day as Alice in Wonderland in 1958. Wanting another big boat for his river, and although one had not been built in 80 years, Walt had a magnificent 3-masted sailing ship constructed. You can ride on top and see a cannon fire on Fort Wilderness, or ride below and check out the museum-quality captain's quarters. But what really makes this attraction amazing to the Disneyland Beat is its participation in Fantasmic. The boat becomes a pirate backdrop of stunts, cannons, smoke, and lights, and it creates a truly spectacular and memorable moment. Number 6. The Grand Canyon Diorama. That same year, in 1958, Walt opened his Grand Canyon Diorama as part of the Disneyland Railroad experience. With impressive animatronics that had been used at his World's Fair exposition, Walt created a vista of the Grand Canyon as we know it now, and as it was years ago when dinosaurs roamed the earth. These are the same animatronics we're seeing today. This fun addition to the Grand Circle Tour is adored by kids and is a really neat piece of history at Disneyland that cannot be found at other parks. Number 7. The Matterhorn Bobsleds. The Matterhorn Bobsleds have been thrilling Disneyland park guests since 1959, when Walt completed the first Disney Mountain. This fast-moving, dipping, and turning roller coaster encounters a returning abominable snowman, known as Harold, but escapes down the mountain, splashing down to a landing at the base. It's a can't miss on any Disneyland trip and is completely unique to Disneyland Park. Number 8. The Haunted Mansion Holiday. This holiday overlay of the classic Haunted Mansion only exists at Disneyland Park, and this is more than just a light reskin. Jack Skellington and the Nightmare Before Christmas characters took over the mansion in 2001 with new music and a new story. New effects enhanced the Halloween Christmas crossover. Each year, a huge gingerbread house is displayed in the ballroom with a design specific to that year. You will have to come to Disneyland to experience it though. Number 9. The Finding Nemo Submarine Adventure. In 1959, Walt Disney opened the original 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea submarine adventure. This ride had an amazing run at Disneyland Park, and Walt was so proud of his submarine fleet. It was copied at several theme parks around the world, and Tokyo Disneyland still has a version of the ride. In 2007, however, Imagineer Tony Baxter breathed new life into that original attraction at Disneyland and gave it a Finding Nemo overlay. This extensive and elaborate attraction combines practical effects and screen effects to give you an amazing underwater adventure. And we here at the Disneyland Beat do worry for the future of this ride, as it's so expensive to maintain, so we think you should come ride it as soon as you possibly can at Disneyland Park. Number 10. Mickey and the Magical Map. Opening at the Fantasyland Theater in 2009, this fun musical revue is a one-of-a-kind Disneyland experience. One of the first shows to have articulated masks for its characters, this fun show keeps your toes tapping and the good times coming. Featuring Mickey exploring a magical map via some really cool projected effects, he meets some friends and makes some incredible music along the way. A highlight for us is Princess Tiana's rendition of Dig a Little Deeper, which really brings down the house. It's not to be missed. Well, that's all 10. Amongst the list of amazing Disneyland attractions, these gems stand out as completely unique amongst the world's Disney parks, and I for one feel lucky to have them so close to home. If you had fun, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. We have a video of unique attractions at Disney's California Adventure in the works, as well as ones on eating like Walt at Disneyland and travel tips for your next Disneyland vacation, so you won't want to miss out on a thing. We are heading to the parks this next week, so there won't be another video coming out until we get back, but we will be collecting tons of new footage and getting updates on the holidays at Disneyland to bring to you as well. We will see you real soon, Mouseketeers!